Bevan Bird here with a Soul to Soul Talk with Pete Taboada, a visionary artist. How are you? Thanks for doing this with me today, Pete.
Oh, I'm good. How about yourself?
Oh yeah, very good. And love
Awesome.
that art. Look forward to learning more about it behind
Thank,
you.
thank you.
So first I'll introduce Pete. Pete Taboada is an international visionary artist creating inspirational art for soul-centered entrepreneurs, life coaches, and seekers to support them along their soul's true journey. He also creates art for socially conscious enterprises to inspire their team, keeping them tapped into the energy of their mission. His visionary art helps you embrace your awareness, abundance, and joy. And he loves creating art for seekers of self-empowerment, expansion, enlightenment, and love. That's an awesome intro, hey
Oh,
Pete.
nice. It's fun stuff for me. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Mhm. So today you're talking about, or we're going to be looking into the art of allowance, right?
Art of Allowance. Correct. Correct.
Mhm. Allowing our gifts to come forward.
Yes. Yes. That's
Mhm.
very important because sometimes we don't.
Oh yeah, I've experienced that.
So have
um,
I.
First, I'll ask you, what kind of world do you want to create?
What kind of world I want to create? I want to help create a world where what makes you sing, what makes your heart almost get out of your body, excites you, that creates abundance for yourself, for your family, for your kids, for your lineage. And with that being said, that will create uh, an atmosphere of creativity, uh, prosperity, and taking care of the earth and ourselves. So it's just a synergy. It's a synergy, and that's what I want to help create.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Me too. And it's also an alignment thing.
Correct. Correct.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you do? I mean, we already introduced you, but love to hear more about it.
Well, I started being a public artist. I was been an artist all my life, but publicly painting from my soul connection to God, to Creator. Publicly, about going on 5 years. 5 years, yeah.
Oh, so do you mean at events? Like, is that when you said publicly?
Yeah, there was a point where I had to ask the question if I was going to share what I did with the world.
Oh,
And so I said yes. I resounding yes because at that time I understood that I can help people reconnect, realign, and expand with what I do visually, and not only visually but energetically, because the energy is kept in the art
hmm.
of what the person's about, or that organization, or the business, or everything in between, right?
There's some really beautiful energy from the three pieces behind
Oh,
you.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you more about it when we get. I mean, each one has a story, so
All
yeah.
right. Oh yeah, I look forward to hearing that. Love stories. So how did you get into being a visionary artist?
Um, I had a spiritual experience that took me away from focusing myself on a religious organization. Um, Meaning that I was looking beyond an organization, like let's say Christian or Catholic, or or whatever. Um, and it was all about my connection to the divine, right? A lot of us have a lot of definitions for what that is. All that I do is allow my connection to happen. And so if I do that, I am allowing certain gifts and certain visions. I I see, feel. I don't see with these eyes, what's going on, but I can kind of see, feel the energy of a person, uh, of a movement, of an event, and so I can paint that.
Hmm.
With that, I can when somebody comes to me and, Pete, I want you to paint, do a painting for me. Generally, it's about manifesting something in their lives, like a change, or they really don't see who they are. And it's amazing to me, that I am privileged that I can see that if I am allowed, right? So it's always asking permission first if I am allowed to work with this person. And when I say ask permission, I'm talking about up there, right? Because the person wants it, but doesn't mean that I'm going to do it, because it needs to be in alignment to what I'm going to do for them. It isn't in the best interest for them. So as I'm talking to them and I'm asking questions, they tell me where they're at, what they do, what they really want to do, and I help them find out who they are, and with that comes what they need to do here in this lifetime. Sometimes, right? It's a conversation, just like you and I. And from that, I get all these images of what the painting needs to be about. Here's an example. This dragonfly, it's for someone that creates events for business networking. Regular business, not even holistic or spiritual. It's just regular business networking. And she has gone through some things in her life that she connects with a dragonfly. And so when she started to allow things to happen, she started writing. So in the tail of the dragonfly, and I don't know if you can see that, in the tail of the dragonfly right here, the tail is actually the pen that is writing now, because now she's got that gift.
Oh.
And so the swirl is the expansion of what she's doing, including the wings. There's things happening in the wings, they're decorations, but these are actually the little vortexes happening. There's a rose here that means something to her. She hasn't told me what that means, but that came into my awareness, so I put it there. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, how did you know?" I said, "I didn't. It just came to me, So it means something to her. She hasn't told me yet."
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn this into her this coming Saturday. And then there's a heart, because everything that she's doing is from the heart now.
All
it's
right.
not mental anymore.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It also made me think, because when I started the Do What You Love group, now a mastermind, and you joined it, one of the first people, and it made me think of that when I started that was like all I wanted to focus on, right? And what you're doing is helping people when they don't know what that next thing is. In some ways, those people might be good for that group too.
Correct. Yeah, because sometimes we have all these things, all these skills, we don't know what to do with them, and that you're meant for something higher, that will benefit not only you but the world.
Yeah.
And they cannot seem to find that. So
yeah,
people that join your group, for example, they're on the verge or already on point of where they're going to go with their gifts and and their skills. And so what I do, I consider very holy, very important work. Because when you take this home, you're having a bad day, nothing's working for your business or or what you're doing, you can sit down and relax and dive into the painting and feel the energy of what that painting is about. And really, that's you. That's your essence, right? So it becomes a tool.
Oh yeah, it's very powerful. And so I've experienced that, because in 2010, when I felt small, and then I was like, there's something greater out there for me, but didn't exactly know what. And I knew I wanted to inspire people, didn't know how, right? So at that point, then I could have used more clarity.
Correct.
Right. And then I could have gotten help by you. And it's best in the Do What You Love group, it's best if they already have some clarity. So that's why it's a good thing. We should talk more about that.
Yeah. So so lessons for somebody, and these other ones are something that I did about self-love. This one over here, self-love.
Okay.
I painted this during 2 yoga classes. They invited me to paint in a yoga class, and I was like, really? You want me to go in there and paint while everybody's doing yoga? And they're like, yeah. I said, okay. And that's me allowing, because that sounded so weird to me, right?
Oh, it was the first time.
Right. You know, it's the first time. You know, who's gonna care? Why? You know, my mind started.
I'm wondering, did they tell you what they wanted you to paint? Was it supposed to be about self-love or
No.
okay, they just
Uh,
said paint something during the yoga class?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I went in there. Excuse me. And the first teacher was focused on self-love and taking care of your body. You know, we go through the daily routine and this, you know, running 100%, this and that, 100 miles per hour, doing this, cell phone, emails,
Yeah.
and we forget about ourselves. You know, we need to take care of ourselves and have self-love. So this was born right here, all right?
Right.
And so that our class ended, and then I finished it in the second class. Yeah. And so, you know, and that's an example of you have these gifts and you have to just own it and allow it to happen, because I didn't know that I was going to be painting in yoga classes, right? That
Mhm.
sounds weird to me, but now it's kind of normal. You know.
What kind of other events have you painted at? And so they're commissioning work from you, right? At
Correct.
the
Correct. I have painted at yoga festivals during they play like bhakti music, yoga music, you know, all kinds of music, but like that music for yoga. I painted during their concerts during the festival.
Hmm.
Uh, I do a lot of group meditation, light painting, which there's a group meditating and I sit in the corner and I'm part of the meditation, but I'm able to see what the main message is or where the group went as a whole, like to a healing room in the pyramids, or we went up to space or galaxy to a certain point, to a certain planet, or we are working on our DNA. You know, I'm visually capturing all this and putting it into the
Oh.
canvas. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'd love to see something like that.
yeah, yeah. There's in my website, and I'm kind of bad about keeping up with the latest because you know all my work kind of goes to someone. But you can see some of the live paintings that I've done. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
We'll definitely put the link right below the video.
yeah. Cool. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, it's very interesting work. So, but it made it when you told your story, it sounded like it was easy or something. So I want to know if there was a struggle to getting on the path of allowing your gifts to come forward. What do you have some big struggles or like
Yeah.
your biggest struggle and how did you overcome it?
Well, first of all, and this started in high school. I always had the skills, to be an artist. So my high school teacher in my senior year, really pushed me more so I can be better, and so I got a lot of awards and things like that, in high school. But my senior year, he said, "Pete, I don't want you to be a starving artist. Go be a graphic designer." And all my dreams and stuff just came crumbling down in that second. I'm like, what do you mean starving art? What do you mean I can't make it? But you're young. I mean, you're 17, 18, whatever. You're listening to somebody that you look up to, and he always had my best interests, right, in mind. So that's what I did. I went to Tempe and got my associates in graphic design, and I've been working in the graphic design printing industry ever since. So then after high school, I came back to El Paso. That's where I grew up. So where my parents lived, because my dad hurt his back. And I started working as a graphic designer, and then I met my wife, and then we got married, and then we moved to Dallas. That's where we live right now. And so, we started a family. And so you got to work, you got to bring the money in because you have a family and you got a mortgage and, all these things. And you got to have the car and this and that. So I was working a lot of overtime, and there was no time for me to be who I truly was.
How did that feel?
Oh my gosh. It felt so tight in my heart, things are going well externally, marriage is great, kids are great. career job, slash job was great. Took a lot of vacations, whatever. But there was something in there that just would not leave me alone. And if I paid attention to it, I would get so sad. I mean, it was so bad that it spiritually hurt. I don't even know if that makes sense to anyone, but spiritually hurt in here, and like in my heart right here now. I'm going like this right here, right? So
yeah.
So it was so bad that I was like, what is this? Why? Everything's going so well. And so finally one day I was like, okay, so this is cool, but being creative makes me happy, makes me just want to explode in happiness, right? So then I started painting. But at that time, I didn't have a lot of time. Our kids were, small, 2, 3 years old, whatever. And a lot of overtime. I was working a lot of overtime. So when I came home, I was just tired. So, but I did here and there as I could. And I already had my spiritual experience. So that was a double whammy, because it is the being creative part plus the spiritual part that I need to paint about, that needed to just be, right? So about 7 years ago, I finally said, that's enough. I can't live like this anymore. I'm going to start painting what is going on inside of me. All the things that are happening, my expansion, my awareness. And so then I started doing that for myself. I always, even to this day, I always have to think for myself first. Okay. Because if I'm not okay, then I cannot help somebody else.
So it's expressing your creativity, right? And allowing your gift to flow.
Yeah. I mean, I had that thing, bottleneck like this.
Yeah.
And so finally I started to, to allow. And as I allow, the things started to change. I had more time. And then it came to a point where, okay, I know what I'm doing here. As I'm paint, I am praying. I am meditating. I am experiencing. And because I am diving into it, I'm expanding and I'm receiving these gifts and this awareness. I'm very grateful for that. So what do I do with this? Is this just for me, or am I to share it for the world? So after a day of soul searching and thinking about, the starving artist thing and all that stuff, I say yes. I am going to say yes and allow things to happen. And the beginning is, first you just start painting, right? And then you start looking at where you're gonna show your stuff, and so trial and error. I started going to holistic festivals here in Dallas, and then recently, and I did that for about 2-3 years. I just went to a big one this past Sunday, so it went very well.
Good.
What's that?
Good to hear that.
Yeah, it went very well at all levels. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, here's the thing: when I always do something, art-wise or event-wise, I have to have fun. If you're gonna have fun, there's no reason for you to do it. So I just want to have fun. But anyway, this year of 2017, the yoga community started noticing me in certain festivals, and now they embrace me. Now they're inviting me to to yoga festivals, to painting yoga classes, and also kind of mainstream business type networking events also, here and there. I'm not saying, oh my gosh, I'm super busy, but it's starting for the important stuff of business and spirituality to be mainstream, right? It's important to have a business that not only creates abundance for yourself, but does something positive for the world.
Oh yeah, like the impact baked in. Yeah.
Right. So as I do live painting in these events, and sometimes I just have my booth or my table, but sometimes I am live painting. People gather and they start talking to me, and as I'm talking to them, we connect at a level that is different, because I tell them this is my art business. This is what I do, and I love what I do. And so, oh, well, I want to do this for the world and create a business. Do it. Come on, do it. And
Are they? So you're saying there they want to do something different, something.
they, correct. They
Uh-huh.
open up and their eyes open wide and their
Yeah.
faces light up.
Uh-huh.
So
They come alive.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 So they share and tell me, look, I just didn't start this yesterday. You have to take the first step
Yeah.
and be confident and be sure that you stay true and pure to yourself.
Yeah.
Take the first step and just go.
That's awesome. That's super
Smile,
inspiring
enjoy.
because you're like years into this path, right? How many years since you started doing visionary art or even just art for yourself?
Right. Oh yeah, all my life. Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, but seriously, for the world about 5 years.
Hmm.
So, and I get a lot of people that are like, I wish I would be doing what you're doing. I said, well, just start.
Yeah. It
Just
grows over time. Yeah.
start doing it. So
Mhm. Yeah, if you love it, it's going to expand, right?
right.
Because people will see that. If you're loving it and you put that energy out, right, then they're going to be like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
They'll feel that. Mhm.
Yeah. Most of like this dragonfly one and this self love I can finish in about 2 hours.
Okay.
Some take longer. This Om and I know it's reversed because of the camera, but this Om symbol
Uh,
has selenite crystal dust all over it right here. All this white stuff here, it has
okay.
crystal dust all over it, and that I painted for me as I am studying what Om means.
All right.
This is my study,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Oh, I want to send you a video by Himalaya about Om. We'll send that. I'll send that soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would love that because the more I learn, the better
Okay.
the next one will be. It'll be more powerful.
Okay.
I got invited by Athleta, which is a company that creates workout clothes, like high-end workout clothes. I'm gonna be doing live painting at their events in January.
Hmm.
So
Cool.
I went from the holistic festivals or psychic fairs. Now I'm going to kind of mainstream, because this is like a big company.
Hmm.
And so, and you know what's funny? All these people that invited me never tell me paint about this or ask me the theme is this, the theme is that. Do what you want, Pete.
All right.
Like there's
You
no
have
rules.
freedom.
Like yeah,
You created your freedom because you did what you loved.
right.
You
So
did what your soul wanted to express.
correct.
Yeah.
So about a month ago, I did a piece for an event called Cosmic Yogi,
Hmm.
which the movement is about uniting all the yogi people here in Dallas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Hmm.
And so I had a booth there too, and it was great. The people that put on the event actually bought the piece from me this past Sunday. All these things are just synergistically working together, and all you have to do is allow, smile, say thank you, and have fun.
All right.
Whatever it is that you're about, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, just enjoy the ride.
Hmm. Oh,
And,
sweet.
yeah. So
So I may have already asked you, or you may have answered it. So let me know if so. But why do you paint?
I paint for myself first
Hmm.
to fill my soul, to connect to my divinity, right?
Hmm.
To make me happy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And what's your mission with like the art as a business?
My mission is twofold. Um, Fulfill myself as a person, as an artist, as an entrepreneur. Um, I don't know if that sounds selfish or not, but I don't think it is, because if you're not fulfilled, then you can't help anybody else,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's like the self-love painting, right? Like if we're not loving ourselves, we're not going to be radiating that kind of energy that attracts people that they want to be around.
Correct. So because you want that, you're gonna have the drive to work on your business, but in actuality, you need to work on yourself first. So that's where I come in with what I'm doing, is helping people work on themselves, possibly remove blocks, uh, realize who they really are, and help them access their gifts, and hopefully make them more aware of what's going on, and using art as a powerful tool, as a communicator, as a healing item, as a healing tool. Besides being a visual thing, it is very important that they use it as a tool.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful mission. Would you say that you're helping people along their soul's sacred journey?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Almost
And you're
definitely.
all about them allowing their gifts to come forward more and
Right.
more, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's special about your art?
What's special is because I become a mirror of your soul. Because sometimes you cannot see who you really are, right? I can, if I have the permission. So as I'm talking to you, I mirror back what I see. So when you look at it, you're like, oh my God, this is who I truly am. Let's go. Let's go do what I need to do, you know, my business or whatever it is. You
That's
know,
awesome.
my move to, like I mean, you moved from Canada to Mexico, right? You
Yeah,
made a move. I mean, that's huge, right?
yeah. And this time I didn't bring 109 pounds of stuff in the checked baggage, only 50 pounds, right? And I only have one laptop instead of two. Yeah,
Right.
it's been better.
Yeah, yeah. So, it's for them to be shaken enough, whether they're energetically shaken or visually or both, so they move forward. Because we tend to do this and reverse and forward and don't go anywhere. So we're going forward, just do this little circle thing. So, part of my mission is to help you with the fuel to move forward. Take off the brakes because you realize you don't have brakes.
So when we talked before and we were planning the soul to soul talk, we were talking about consciousness and things like, and how all the answers are within,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. And uh, you know, the title is The Art of Allowance, right? It's a double play on words, especially for me, because I create art. As I do art for myself or for somebody else, like this one or this one, I'm learning myself, and the visuals, the answers are coming from within, if I allow, right? And that's something that I want people to understand, is you need to allow, and also you're always in control. So you're always in control of how much you allow, right? Uh, that's very important to know that can happen.
I allowed myself to lie on the beach today and soak up sun for a couple hours or a few hours. It was great.
Yeah, yeah. See, you allowed it, and you're smiling about it.
Oh yeah, it felt
You're
great.
smiling. So that I mean that's great. So it's with your gifts, whether they're psychic, spiritual, awareness, or all the above, you need to be thankful about it, allow it, and always understand that if it's too much, you're always in control, so you can kind of bring it down.
Oh yeah, if you want.
Yeah, because I've seen some people that, I got this gift, and then go whoop, and they open it up, and it's trouble. I mean, they can't handle it, because you need to master your gifts. You need to take control, right? And it's not just 100% open the door and go. Once in a while it is, but
For example, like if say it's an artist thing, right? And they haven't yet sold the art, but they're producing it and they start producing very, very prolifically, then they still have a job, but they neglect the job completely, right? And then
yeah,
they're creating all this art, but they haven't actually got people buying it yet, right? Then they're going too much into it, right? They're not kind of balancing, right?
right, yeah.
That's the example.
If they're thinking as painting as a business, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You become your own collector. That's not good. But yeah, plus all the art that I create, I have the intention is set into the art from me that I have learned what I need to learn from this piece. I have learned to let go, and this will go to someone that needs it. So I know that all my art is already sold. I already know that. There's no question in my mind.
So even the one you did for yourself behind your head, the poem?
That is already sold.
Oh, okay.
At this second, I don't know to who, but I know it belongs to someone. And
Ah,
is going to
interesting.
connect with that, So
You let
that's
go of it. You create it, you learn from it, and you let go of it. You don't get attached that you have to keep them.
correct. Correct.
Hmm. Very good. I watched a minimalist TEDx talk just yesterday, I think it was, and it said the less we own, the more we have. And it's like you get this
Oh,
feeling
wow.
of freedom. Like remember how I mentioned I didn't bring a lot of stuff here. It's
Right.
like the feeling of lightness and freedom. You have more free time and peace of mind.
Oh, wow. Well, that kind of correlates to what I'm saying. I guess I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah. Well, if
That's
we own lots of things, it can take up stuff in our mind, and we got more storage space that we're taking up, right? More expense.
right.
We have to maintain things we own. Maybe not art, maybe, right? But the things we own, we may have to maintain, and then our weekends get busy and things like that, right? So if
Right.
you declutter, it starts to free it up. You have more free time. Mhm.
Wow. Okay. I never thought that.
But you're letting go of the art, so you're doing that already.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I already learned from what I needed from each piece. I thank it. I let go, and then I know it's going to go to someone that will appreciate it.
hmm. That's great. Well, oh yeah, let's go right into like, so the art. Do you have a funny story about what someone has done with your art? That was about the relationship story.
There's one that's funny, because I see this this patron of mine here and there in some of the events. I do manifestation paintings, right? So I help you get into the vibration and frequency of what you want to bring in, and then I paint something for you, right? That represents that, and then I help you infuse that feeling into the canvas, so when you take it home, it's vibrating that. So when you have a bad day, you remember, right? So you need
Yeah.
to be in the frequency of bringing that into your life, whatever that is.
Oh
So
yeah.
this particular person wanted somebody to play with as a partner, like a guy, like to go on vacations, on walks, everything, but nothing serious. Just fun stuff, right?
Okay.
So I did the painting for her, and I saw her at an event 2 months later. And Pete, I got my man. I said, okay, cool. For about 2 years, every time she saw me, everything's going great. Okay, and I'm glad. And I'll tell her, you realize that's you. That is, I'm just a mirror. You're the one doing this, right? Yeah. She doesn't really
You
want to.
helped. You were a catalyst. You helped her tap into that energy of what she wanted and hold it.
Right.
It's great.
So about maybe nine. Well, I haven't seen her lately. About 7 months ago, I saw her at an event, and she's like, "I need another painting." And I said, "Sure, why? What's going on?" Well, he doesn't want anything serious with me. He wants to keep on playing.
Yeah, because
So,
that's what she wanted, right? And so she
yeah,
got someone that wanted the same thing, and
right.
then she changed her mind, right?
Exactly. So
Hmm.
she was very precise and very detailed. So that's what she got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an important lesson for me, even, to be really detailed about how you feel about what you want to bring into your life. So it's just funny. Like, I need another painting because I want something different now. So it's
Yeah,
just funny.
that's cool.
I haven't
Um,
seen her lately. I don't know where, I don't know what's going on, but I haven't seen her lately. So I don't
hmm.
know. Yeah.
Well, what's next for you?
What's next? Wow. Uh, I'm already having events in January. I'm gonna take, as an entrepreneur and as somebody that works on themselves, I'm gonna take a painting retreat in California with a famous artist, Razuli. And I manifested that this year because I was like, he hasn't given any 3-day retreats in about a year and a half, and he's up there in age, so I don't know how much longer he's gonna be able to do that. And I get an email, boom, here's a 3-day weekend retreat with Razuli. Oh my god. so the sales from this past event paid for everything, the plane tickets and everything, all about that event. Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels right. It feels amazing, and I'm very grateful for that. Yeah. So that's gonna level up my art. I'm also working with Matthew.
Oh yeah.
Matthew, right? So he's gonna help me really pinpoint the events and people that I need to be working with, so I can actually make a super nice living doing what I love.
Awesome.
In full disclosure, I'm making money with my art, but I'm not living off it yet. So I always say I'm working on that. I never say I'm not making enough. I say I'm working on that, and my income is growing, and one day I'm able to leave my full-time job.
So, absolutely. Yeah, like you're transitioning, you're in the process of building it, right? It's like partially, and it's going and it's growing.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So my art business is self-sustaining. I mean, I don't have any money from the house per se to put into it, and actually I take money from my art business to the house sometimes for like extra splurges. But now I want to manifest a beautiful, abundant life, doing what I love, traveling somewhat, coming to see you one day over there, hanging out for a week or something, and just painting and loving and selling them for an amount of money that I can live very comfortably.
Very cool. And also this place, you can definitely do that.
Oh yeah.
Keep going with it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're doing with that Om painting that you're doing for yourself.
That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah.
All right. And here in Chicala, they do these artist residencies, an artist residency program. So artists come and do art here, and they do a show. And so it's a group of them from different places, right, coming together. That's kind of cool. You might be part of it. I actually thought of you before.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Just shoot me information, and I can check it out.
Awesome.
Let's see what else. And I am.
Well, I'd love to hear about the large pieces too.
The large pieces. There's a 4x8 feet canvas that I did for a metaphysical shop here in Dallas. It's called Universal Unity, and that one has a lot of crystals on it. Part of the art that I do, besides the acrylic on canvas, is I created this art form called crystal infused art, and I use crystals in the artwork. And this large piece, it's canvas, so it has a lot of little pieces everywhere. It is the image that's in front of my website and my homepage, and that is super huge. That's the biggest piece I've done to date. I have one here, a small one. They're generally really small, and these are reclaimed wood, but this is a big piece, crystal. I don't know what this is, but it's supposed to be there, so I put it there. And this is a moonstone. So this piece is called Universal Spunk, because this crystal to me feels really spunky.
All right.
So I never felt a crystal like that before. So yeah, this is really unique. So
that is cool.
This is about 1.5 inches thick.
Solid piece of wood.
Yeah. So these are my other type of art that I do. I love working with crystals and art and stuff like that. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I look forward to doing more shows, more mainstream shows, yoga shows. I talked to Michael Tillinger. You know who that is?
Yes.
Okay. I talked to him via email. I actually met him because he came to do a presentation here in Dallas. and he expressed interest in me doing stuff for the Ubuntu movement. So I'm looking forward to reconnecting with him and see what we can do. And I'm just having fun. That's all. That's all I'm doing. See what comes next.
That's wonderful. Is it okay to show the art like on the front of your website? You said the big piece. Is it okay to show that in here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. And also, what else would you like people to know?
What else? Yeah, that's a big piece right there. That is 4 by 8 feet, and you can see all kinds of crystals everywhere. So universal unity. And let's see, what else would I like people to know? I want them to know that whatever your gifts are, you are unique, even if somebody else has them. Because there's a lot of artists out there, right? And there's a lot of the jealousy and things like that goes on. You might have similar skills to somebody else, but realize that you are the unique person that you are, and only you can use them in the way that you can, which is special, even if somebody else has the same kind of thing. That's important for people to know, and also artists. We came from creator, so we have to create. It's in our DNA. I mean, you can't shake it off. Not that I tried, but like I kind of lived that I wasn't using it. Even if you think you're not creative, you are going to create something. It may not be with a paintbrush, but you are a creative person.
I'd love to dig into that a little bit, because I started to make a book called Anyone Can Create. And so in that, we'll definitely refer from there to this talk so people can get some inspiration from here.
Yeah.
So about that, like I would say either how is it that anyone can create, or why, like how could they create?
How could they create? The easiest way to find out that I've seen, is when somebody becomes like a kid doing something. Whether it's building little cities out of silly putty or clay, writing a book, working with metal, singing, dancing, anything that brings you alive and puts a smile on your face.
Yeah.
You do it just for the heck of it, right? Yeah. That is, you are in the creative space, and when you're in the creative flow, you are so connected with source, and you don't even realize that you are.
Yeah.
You have to kind of step away and be the observer and see what's going on, really, because you become a powerful creator if you allow it, right? And just allowing, like you're writing the book. Have you written like two, 3 books already?
I've co-authored some books, yeah, and I wrote one originally, didn't really publish it, although I did put it out as a free ebook online. So I started with that, and then 3 co-authored books where I just put a chapter in, or a little story.
Okay.
Yeah. And anyone can create. It's being done by speaking, like with this. So I'd be walking out in nature and I talk about it, and then it gets transcribed.
Okay. So how do you feel when you're doing that? How do you feel?
All right, free, right? I'm creating. I'm having fun.
You're having fun. See, that's the word again, fun, right?
Yeah.
And you're telling me, and I'm looking at you smiling, because it just, there's a twinkle in your eye about it. So that's part of the power of creativity flowing to you through writing a book, sharing your source, your essence through writing, right? It's
and these things right here, and these soul to soul talks, because this is even more, it's very natural, because I love to talk with people and see their potential, encourage them into it, stuff like that. Here though, obviously we don't like do coaching on these. It's just talking to people, learning about them and their stories and things like that. But it's a great thing, and it's connecting deeper, because I ask people what kind of world they want to create, right? Why do you do what you do? Like, what led you to that? Like that story, pivotal moment, things like that. And it's like really, it gets to the essence of who they are.
Correct.
And people connect with that.
And you and I, as a matter of fact, have had conversations before. We were like, we should have recorded this.
Yeah,
like a couple of times, if I remember correctly. Because we get into these discussions, and it's so important to share wholly and with love, and being creative in whatever way you see fit and it makes you happy is so important for your spiritual health, your physical health, your mental health. We all have the busy life, and you need to escape, and boom, you go into the creative flow. You forget, because if I go to my studio and start painting and I'm tired, I can go on for hours, even up to midnight.
Mm.
Maybe 2 or 3 in the morning.
You stop being tired, right? You get energy. Time disappears.
You have created your own little world.
Yeah.
Right? And that's so important, because in that little world, it is you and your essence, you and creator. You're super connected. And if you understand that you're connected, and you become the observer, you understand what's going on, so you're able to capitalize more in that moment. You know what's going on, so you dive even deeper into it, and you acknowledge it, and you thank it, and you embrace it, right?
Awesome.
So you're like embracing your moments, because you're walking and you're talking into your device, so you can finish your book. So you're embracing moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then all your moments that you sit down and you're like so focused on only that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's people that say, Pete, well, I'm not creative. And I'm like, well, do you like to cook? Oh yeah, I make this mean spaghetti or whatever, right?
Oh yeah.
So
That's creating right there.
exactly. So
And that can be someone's love language, like the other person, or love choice or something. The other person, if they love food, they appreciate good food, right? Then like when you make them food, that's love for them. That's what you're giving them.
right. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all the things that you're creating, whether it's food or writing a book or painting, it has the energy of the person and the intention of what went on.
Absolutely.
And you can program, because like your mom and your aunt create the same dish, right? The same recipe, the same amounts, but your mom tastes better because she loves you so much. I mean, your aunt loves you, but your mom is your mom. So it's gonna taste better than your aunt's, right? For example, it is the energy that they put into it, of the creativity of what they created.
Oh yeah, that's a great example.
Yeah.
People
So
often talk about cooking with love, putting the love in it. It's an ingredient, but it's because they're doing it with love.
yeah, exactly. So keeping that in mind also helps you be more aware of what's going on when you're being creative, right? I am fully aware of what goes on when I do these pieces, because I have realized that I can program, I can change the energy, I can send love to someone, that through art, transformation, inspiration, you name it. I mean, it's open. It's wide open. So me knowing that, I fully enjoy it, and I appreciate it, but there's a responsibility with it too. That's very important, because it can go the other way too, right? But you need to be responsible with your gifts also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
How do people get a hold of you if they want a special piece of art for themselves or an organization?
They also do live painting, so I love doing that. They can go to my website, taboada.com, and they can. There's a contact form there, and they can contact me there. And that's the only website I have. That's my branding. That's my website. That's who I am. So I would love to work with people, and especially if they're right there. I'm almost there, and I know what I'm gonna do. I can help them see, who they are and what they need to do, possibly. Because once you know who you are, then you go, okay, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Yeah,
Awesome.
and have fun with it.
Awesome. Well, it's an honor to do a soul-to-soul talk with you like this, Pete. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing your art and your energy and the
Thank you.
intention
Likewise.
of your art.
Thank you so much.
Mhm. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Yeah.